Hello, I'm Dean Whiting from Pathology Technology Australia, and today I want to talk a little bit more about testing for coronavirus. We hear a lot about testing at the moment, but do people really understand what that testing means? Testing can be anything from taking a temperature, your blood pressure, right through to taking a swab, or maybe even a blood sample via a finger prick or maybe a venipuncture, so a syringe. But what happens with these testing? What are you being tested for? And how are we testing for coronavirus? So, the first frontline kinds of tests are to test for the presence of the virus itself, the coronavirus. And the pathology technology providers around the world were able to move incredibly quickly to develop some genetic-based testing to detect the viral RNA. And within, I guess, about a month of the coronavirus being present, the technology companies had actually developed some very early tests for detecting the RNA from the coronavirus. So we were able to supply that very, very quickly. From there, we're able then to work on improving those tests based on the factors we know about human-to-human transfer. So the genetic material that we're detecting is optimized and refined for the human-to-human version of the coronavirus. So in effect, we're measuring the RNA to detect the virus. So this is one kind of testing that's available. We're also working on tests to be available for the antibodies to coronavirus. So these will be blood-based tests. And it's important to be able to test for the antibodies because then we can detect who has been infected with coronavirus and who has developed an immunity. So you'll hear about these two different kinds of tests. The genetic-based test, it's usually when you have a swab down your throat or down your nose. That swab is then placed into a specific media. That media is then taken to the lab. The lab extracts the RNA or the RNA from the virus, from the material. Then the detection process takes place, matching the RNA from the virus to a detection kit, and we're able to quantitate whether there's some virus there or not. The antibody test is a little bit different. It's a blood-based test, and the antibodies we look for are the early rise antibodies, and then the long-term antibodies that you develop over time, which gives you that longer-term protection. So they're the kinds of things that we talk about when we're talking about testing. The other kinds of tests that are being developed are more of the point-of-care tests. So, you know, we'll be able to, in the not-too-distant future, be able to test in the community. With rapid tests to determine if coronavirus is present in your blood or your sputum. So when you hear about testing for coronavirus, now you know a little bit more about it. There are gene-based tests for the actual viral DNA, and there are blood-based tests for the antibody which is developed against coronavirus in your own immune system. Now, thanks to the technology companies who develop these products, who manufacture them and supply them, we can look after the healthcare of Australians much better. So I'm Dean Whiting, Pathology Technology Australia, and look out for more podcasts in this series.